What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel and welcome back to our video. Today, I'll be talking about every single NASCAR silly season move that happened for the 2025 season. This included contract extensions and drivers moving to new places in 2025. So anyways, let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Silly season would kick off last May as it was announced that Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has signed a 3-year contract extension with JTG Doherty Racing. However, JTG Doherty Racing will rebrand to a new name called Hayek Motorsports. As the JTG side of things has left the organization, Stenhouse will continue driving the number 47 car. In May as well, it was confirmed that Michael McDowell would be joining Spire Motorsports in 2025, driving a number 71 car. Travis Peterson, his crew chief at Farmer Motorsports, will also join him as he will be the crew chief for Michael McDowell in 2025. It was confirmed in May also that Chris Buescher had signed a multi-year contract extension with RFK Racing. We don't know how long the deal is with him at RFK, but judging by how much success he's had, he's going to be there for a very long time at the RFK organization. Then it was confirmed in the middle of May that Austin Dillon had also signed a multi-year contract extension with Richard Childress Racing. There is a chance that his last season could be 2025, though there is a chance and possibility that Austin Dillon could make a comeback in 2026 as well with the Richard Childress Racing team and organization. Then it was confirmed in the middle of June that Todd Gillen had signed a multi-year contract extension with Front Row Motorsports. However, he will move to a new number for the team in 2025, as instead of being in the number 30A, he'll move over to the flagship number 34 car as he will take over as the leader of the team headed into 2025. Then it was confirmed during Iowa Week that Kyle Busch would be returning to Richard Childress Racing in 2025. However, Kyle Busch will be in a contract year in the 2025 season, so there is a chance that this could be his final year at Richard Childress Racing. There could be some big deals up in the works down the road, but he'll for sure be back at Richard Childress Racing in 2025. Then it was confirmed in the middle of summer that Josh Berry would be joining the Wood Brothers in 2025, replacing Harrison Burton driving the number 21 car. Miles Stanley will be the crew chief as Jerry Bones will move over to work with Brad Keselowski and RFK Racing heading into the 2025 season. It was confirmed in late June going to early July that Chase Briscoe would be joining Joe Gibbs Racing in 2025, driving a number 19 car. James Small is going to be the crew chief for this car. Ambassador Shops is expected to sponsor for a majority of races in 2025, including in this year's Daytona 500. Briscoe looks to have his most successful season at this point. It was also confirmed around this time that Noah Gragson would be headed to Front Row Motorsports in 2025 as he'll drive the number 4 car. Drew Bliggersurfer is going to be the crew chief for the team and organization, and Noah Gragson looks to continue to build off a solid start to 2024 in 2025. It was then confirmed in the summer around Indianapolis week that Cole Custer would be joining the Haas factory team in the NASCAR Cup Series full-time in 2025, driving a number 41 car, as the 41 is from Stewart Haas Racing, which no longer exists. Cole Custer's back in Cup for the first time full-time in 3 seasons. Then it was confirmed in early August that Connor Zilisch will be joining Junior Motorsports full-time in 2025, driving a number 88 car. Marty Lindley, who was a crew chief for Sam Mayer last year, will be the crew chief for Connor Zilisch in 2025, as Connor looks to have a really strong year with Junior Motorsports. Then was confirmed around this time also that Daniel Suarez will be returning to Trackhouse Racing in 2025, driving the 99 once again. However, he is in a contract year with Trackhouse Racing, and there's a really good possibility and chance that Suarez will not likely back with Trackhouse. It could be his final year with the team and organization. It was also confirmed around this time that Eric Jones has signed a multi-year contract extension with Legacy Motor Club to stay in the number 43 car through 2026. There were some big teams like Joe Gibbs Racing interested in Eric, but he will stay with Legacy this year. It was also confirmed around the same day that A.J. Allmendinger will be moving back up to the NASCAR Cup Series full-time in 2025, driving a number 16 car. His crew chief will be Andrew Dickinson, who was a crew chief on the 13 Call car last year, who gets promoted back up the Cup after making the championship for in Xfinity in 2024. It was then confirmed during Michigan Week that Sheldon Creed and Sam Mayer will be joining the Haas factory team in the NASCAR Xfinity Series full-time in 2025. Sheldon Creed will drive the 00 car with Jonathan Toney being the crew chief, while Sam Mayer will drive the 41 with Jason Trinchero being the crew chief for this team in the 2025 Xfinity season. It was confirmed around Daytona week that Daniel Dye will be joining Kaulig Racing in 2025, driving a number 10 car in the car that he made select starts in 2024. His crew chief will be Shane Van Gisbergen's crew chief, by the way, from 2024, and that is Kevin Walter. It was also confirmed around this time that Josh Williams will be returning to Kaulig Racing in 2025, continuing to drive the number 11 car. He'll look to build on a much better season and run a lot better with the Kaulig Racing team and organization in 2025. During the same week, it was also confirmed that Sammy Smith would be returning to Junior Motorsports in 2025, driving a number 8 car. However, he'll have a new font for 2025, as the iconic number 8 font that Dale Jr. had many years ago will work with Sammy Smith in the 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series season. It was confirmed after the playoffs had started that Ty Dillon will be joining Kaulig Racing in 2025 in the NASCAR Cup Series, driving the number 10 car. His crew chief, I believe, will be a different crew chief for the 2025 season. Ty Dillon looked to have a fresh start to the year after struggling a little bit with the Rackley team in 2024. It was then confirmed during Daytona week that Shane Van Gisbergen will be joining Trackhouse Racing in the NASCAR Cup Series in 2025, driving a number 88 car. WeatherTech will sponsor for a ton of races, including the Daytona 500, and Steven Duran will be the crew chief for this program in 2025, as SVG looks to make the playoffs in the NASCAR Cup Series in 2025. It was confirmed during Darlington week that Christian Eckes would be joining Kaulig Racing in 2025, driving a number 16 car, replacing AJ Allmendinger, who of course will move up to the NASCAR Cup Series this year. Christian will be in the flagship car and is looking to have a lot of success with Kaulig Racing in 2025. It was also confirmed around this time that Brandon Jones would be returning to Joe Gibbs Racing in 2025, as he'll go to the number 20 car, which has been the flagship car over Joe Gibbs Racing, with drivers like Eric Almirola, and of course drivers like Denny Hamlin have gotten behind the wheel and have had success with this car in the past at Joe Gibbs Racing. It was also confirmed around this time that Alex Bowman will be returning to Hendrick Motorsports in 2025 in the number 48 car. There have been conversations about Justin Haley replacing him for 2024. Alex Bowman, though, will stick with the Hendrick team in 25. It was also confirmed around this time that Nick Sanchez would be joining Big Machine Racing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2025, driving a number 48 car, as he'll take over Parker Clearman, who will only run part-time in the Craftsman Truck Series with Henderson Motorsports this year and run the Rolex 24 this weekend. He looks to have a lot of success as a rookie. It was announced during Bristol week that Bubba Wallace has signed a multi-year contract extension with 23XI Racing through the 2026 season. He'll continue driving to 23 through 2026, and Charles Deneke, who was a crew chief for Christian Eckes, will be the crew chief for Bubba Wallace in 2025 once again. It was also confirmed that Lane Riggs will be returning to Front Row Motorsports in 2025, driving a number 38 car. Lane Riggs looks to build on a really strong second half of the year and looks to run really good in 25. It was also confirmed during the same week that Harrison Burton will be joining AM Racing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2025. Danny Eflin is going to be the crew chief, and there will be a new number for this car, as we will see them switch back to the number 25 car that Brett Moffitt used. He replaces Haley Deegan this season. It was also confirmed in a press conference that Justin Haley will be joining Spire Motorsports full-time in 2025, driving a number 7 car. He'll have a big secret weapon with the team, as Rodney Charles will be the crew chief for Justin Haley heading into the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series year. We'll see what it can do in 2025. It was also confirmed that Matt Mills would be returning to Nice Motorsports in 2025, driving a number 42 truck. Matt Mills struggled a little bit in the truck series in 2024, but he'll look to bounce back with the organization in 2025. On the same week, or after Kansas, it was confirmed that Caden Honeycutt would also be going full-time with Nice Motorsports in 2025, driving a number 45 truck. His crew chief will be Phil Gold, who's been basically the secret crew chief, has had a lot of success over at the Nice team. He'll be really strong with Caden in 2025. During the same week, I believe it was confirmed that Carson Quaff will be joining Junior Motorsports full-time in 2025, driving a number 1 car. Andrew Overstreet is going to be the crew chief for this car, and he will be looking to be really good after a solid season in 2024 in the select starts he made. He'll be with this team this year. It was also confirmed around early October that Hailie Deegan would not be returning to NASCAR in 2025, as she'll be going full-time at Indy NXT this upcoming year and season. Hailie Deegan's looking to basically get a fresh start. There is an opportunity down the road for her to return. She could make a comeback down the road in NASCAR, but her full focus in 2025 will be Indy NXT. It was then confirmed in the middle of October that Taylor Gray would be joining Joe Gibbs Racing in 2025, driving a number 54 car. The interesting thing is that Ty Gibbs is going to be a part owner of this car in 2025, so Taylor will get to have the younger Gibbs be the owner of this car in 2025. It was then also confirmed around this time that Dawson Sutton will be joining Radcliffe Racing full-time in 2025, driving the number 26 car, as he'll move the 25 away and bring the 26 truck in. That Dawson Sutton made select starts in 2024. It was then confirmed, I believe, around Homestead weekend that Ryan Ellis will be joining DGM Racing in 2025, driving a number 71 truck, which is a rebranded number 43 car. Ryan Ellis had some decent success with the other team at Alpha Prime. He'll go over to DGM, take over what was a 92 car in 2025. It was also confirmed that Frankie Muniz will be joining the Rain Brothers Racing organization in 2025, driving a number 33 truck. Crew chiefs and sponsors have not all been confirmed at this time, but Frankie gets the opportunity to be in the truck series full time. It was also confirmed around late October that William Swalch will be with Joe Gibbs Racing full-time in 2025, driving a number 18 car. He'll have a pretty solid crew chief for the 2025 years. I believe it's either Jason Ratcliffe, I'm pretty sure, will be the crew chief for him this year. He also will make some select starts with the team in ARCA in 2025. It was also confirmed in the later portion of the season that Justin Allgaier has signed a multi-year contract extension with Junior Motorsports to continue driving a number 7 car. Not a shock considering the fact he just won the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship in 2024. He'll be back with the team long-term this year. It was also confirmed that Brennan Poole will be returning to Alpha Prime Racing in 2025, continuing to drive the number 44 car. After a solid year with the team in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, he's back to continue building on a really strong year with the program. It was then confirmed around Martinsville weekend that Jesse Love would be returning to Richard Schultz Racing in 2025, driving the number 2 car. Jesse Love did win the Rookie of the Year honors in NASCAR Xfinity Series over drivers like Shane Van Gisbergen. He'll be really strong with the team once again in 2025. It was confirmed during Championship Week that Corey Heim would be returning to Tricon Garage in the Craftsman Truck Series in 2025, driving the number 11 truck. Now, the number 11 truck will have a different look to it headed into 2025, but he'll be back with the team and looks to win his first championship in his 3rd full season with the team. It was also confirmed during Championship Week that Austin Hill would also be returning to Richard Schultz Racing in 2025, driving a number 21 car, as this will be the 2nd year of his 2-year contract in the Xfinity Series with the program. Austin Hill looks to win his first Xfinity Championship. He will have a new crew chief this year with Chad Haney coming in. He'll be looking to win his first title in Xfinity competition and in the top 3 series as a whole. Then it was confirmed early in the offseason that Tanner Gray would be returning to Tricon Garage in 2025, continuing to drive the number 15 truck. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he will have a new crew chief for the 2025 season, as Tricon had a reshuffling other crew chiefs for 2025. Tanner gets the opportunity to work with a new one in 2025. Then it was confirmed a couple weeks in the offseason that Ryan Preece will be joining RFK Racing full-time in 2025, driving the number 60 car. He'll bring Kroger's sponsorship with him, and Derek Finley is going to be the crew chief of this team. I expect Ryan Preece to have some decent success with this program in the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series year and season. It was also confirmed around this time that Chris Wright will be joining Our Motorsports full-time in 2025, driving a number 5 car. Chris struggled a little bit in ARCA, though he finished in the top 5 in points. He'll look to win his first Xfinity race with the Our Motorsports team in 2025. It was also confirmed on the Wednesday of, I think, middle of November that Riley Kurtz will be joining 2311 Racing in 2025, driving a number 35 car. Monster Energy is going to be a major brand with the team, and Devin Receiva, who was his crew chief at SHR and Xfinity, will be the crew chief for him in 2025. It was then confirmed on that same day that Daniel Hemrick would be joining McAnally Hilgeman Racing in the Craftsman Truck Series in 2025, driving a number 19 truck replacing Christian Eckes, who moves up to the NASCAR Xfinity Series. His crew chief has not been confirmed at this time as Charles Deneke goes with Bubba Wallace this year. We'll see what Daniel Hemrick can do with the McAnally Hilgeman team in org in 2025. Around that same time, it was confirmed that Tyler Ankrum would also be returning to McAnally Hilgeman Racing in 2025, driving a number 18 car. After a decent year with the team in the Craftsman Truck Series, he'll look to build upon it and have a really solid year with the program headed into 2025. It was also confirmed that Tony Breidinger will move up to the Craftsman Truck Series in 2025, taking over for Dean Thompson in the number 5 truck. Raising Cane's will be a major backer in sponsorship, and she'll have Victoria's Secret on her truck throughout the year as she looks to do okay with the team in 2025. It's also expected that Will Brown will make a couple starts in the NASCAR Cup Series in 2025 in the number 33 car for Rich Chols Racing, as RCR will have a third part-time NASCAR Cup entry in 2025. He's expected to make starts potentially at COTA, and Mexico is also a possibility as well with RCR. It was then confirmed around early December that Gio Ruggiero will be joining Tricon Garage in 2025 in the number 17 truck, replacing Taylor Gray, who moves up to Joe Gibbs Racing this year. Gio had a lot of success. She'll also make some select starts at Joe Gibbs Racing in ARCA this year and could make a select start in Xfinity competition in 2025. Around that same time, it was confirmed that Connor Mosek will be going full-time with McAnally Hilgeman Racing in 2025, driving a number 81 truck as they move the 43 number away and switch it to the number 81 for this season. He'll look to run really strong with the McAnally Hilgeman team and be a pretty big threat at some of the road course races later this year. Then it was confirmed that Jorgensen Racing announced their lineup for 2025 as Jeb Burton and Blaine Perkins will be the two drivers. Jeb Burton is going to drive the number 27 car for the team, while Blaine Perkins will be the driver of the number 31 as he replaces Parker Resnick, who moves to another team that we'll talk about here in a second. Then was confirmed in early December that Roger Krupp will be returning to Spire Motorsports in the Craftsman Truck Series in 2025, driving the number 71 truck. Roger had a breakout season in truck competition and looks to continue doing that with this team in 2025 as he tries to make his way potentially up the Cup in the next couple of years. It was then confirmed in mid-December, finally confirmed a couple weeks ago, that Matt DiBenedetto will be returning to Viking Motorsports in 2025, driving a number 99 car as they will rebrand from Ford to Chevrolet and will move into the BJ McLeod Motorsports shop that BJ owned in NASCAR Xfinity competition, as Matt will go to Viking this upcoming year once again. It was then confirmed on that same day that Christian Rose would be joining Nice Motorsports full-time in 2025, driving the 44 truck. Christian Rose had some decent success in ARCA and looks to have a really strong year with Nice Motorsports in 2025 with that team and organization. It was then confirmed that Gray Van will also be going for the majority of the season with Joey Gase Motorsports in 2025 in the number 35 car. There will be some races he'll miss throughout the year and season, but he will get the opportunity to drive for Joey Gase Motorsports in 2025. Then it was confirmed in the middle of December that Jack Wood will be joining McAnally Hilgeman Racing once again in 2025, driving a number 91 truck. He didn't run that great, to be honest, and he did struggle quite a bit. He'll look to turn the corner around and show a little bit more pace and speed. We'll see what he can do with the team in 2025. Then it was confirmed in the middle of December that Parker Resnick will be joining Alpha Prime Racing in 2025, driving a number 4 car as they renumber the number 43 to the number 4 for 2025. Parker will also get a lot of support from ECR, as we will see the Alpha Prime team get some support from ECR engines headed into the 2025 year. It was also confirmed around January that Garrett Smithley would be joining SS Greenlight Racing in the Xfinity Series in 2025, driving the number 14 car. He will make some select starts with the Garage 66 entry, which is a rebranded NBM Cup Series team as well at the Busch Clash at Bowman Gray. Garrett gets the opportunity with SS Greenlight Racing in 2025. Then it was shockingly confirmed that Chandler Smith would be moving over to Farmer Motorsports in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series in 2025. While his number has not been announced, it's probably likely going to be the number 34 truck. He will also make an attempt to qualify for this year's Daytona 500 with the Garage 66 entry, and he looks to be a championship contender with the Front Row organization in 2025. Then in early January, it was confirmed that Derek Cope will be back in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, as he will have a new team called the Cope Racing Family Team, as they will go Xfinity Series racing. Leland Honeyman Jr. and Thomas Annunziata are going to split the ride in 2025. Thomas will drive a majority of races, and Leland will drive the other races. Most of those road course races, though, will go to him for Thomas in 25. Then was confirmed around my birthday that Zane Smith will be joining Farmer Motorsports in 2025, driving the number 30A car. Ryan Burgundy, who was a crew chief at a 30A car last year, will be the crew chief for Zane Smith its upcoming season, as Zane Smith looks to run really strong with this team and get a lot of confidence and momentum headed into the 2025 NASCAR Cup season. It was also confirmed that Stuart Friesen will be returning to the Truck Series in 2025, driving a number 52 truck once again. There were some questions around this team's future in the Craftsman Truck Series, whether they were going to return or not, but they're officially going to be back in the Craftsman Truck Series once again in 2025. It was then confirmed in early January that Helio Castroneves will make his NASCAR Cup Series debut at this year's Daytona 500, driving the number 91 car, the Project 91 car. This car is guaranteed in the Daytona 500 with the new clause they brought in a couple weeks ago. Helio will have the opportunity to try to make the 2025 Daytona 500. Then we also got confirmation that Tricon Garage will have an all-star truck in 2025 with the number 1. Brent Cruz, Loss Allen, Brandon Jones, and William Sawalch are going to split the C, with Brent Cruz getting a majority of his starts with the program. Also, Brent Cruz and William Sawalch also drive part-time for Joe Gibbs Racing in the ARCA Series this upcoming year, as Brent gets to do some starts as well once again. It was then confirmed that Justin Bonziner will be back with Joe Gibbs Racing in 2025 for 5 races, driving the number 19 car. The 19 car is going to be the all-star car for this program in 2025, and Justin will get to run a few races with the team in 2025. It was then confirmed that Dean Thompson will be driving full-time for Sam Hunt Racing in the 2025 season, driving a number 26 car. After kind of struggling a little bit in the Truck Series the last couple years, he will get an opportunity to see what he can do with the team. We'll see what he can do with Sam Hunt Racing in 2025. About 2 weeks ago, we got confirmation that Ryan Sieg will be returning in 2025, driving a number 39 car once again. Ryan had a lot of success at the end of 2024, and he looks to build upon that by helping the 39 team have the opportunity to be very competitive in 2025. We then got confirmation a couple weeks ago as well that Corey Day had signed a development contract with Hendrick Motorsports. He'll make starts in the Xfinity Series in the number 17 car for Hendrick, which the all-star car is expected to come back this year. We also are expecting that he'll make his around 4 or 5 starts with Spire Motorsports in the number 77 truck, I believe. Actually, the number 7 truck, for a ton of races this year. And he'll also run in Trans Am and ARCA for 4 races with Spire in 2025. Then we got confirmation that Shane Van Gisbergen and Ross Chastain will drive part-time for Junior Motorsports in 2025 in the number 9 car. Ross will drive 5 races in the car, including at COTA and Darlington, while Shane will drive in all of his races will be road course races. Both drivers I expect to be major threats to win this year. We then got confirmation that Connor Jones will not be returning to ThorSport Racing in 2025, and there's a chance and opportunity from what I've heard that his license might have been revoked from NASCAR. Actions do bring consequences, and if you do something stupid, you're probably not going to have an opportunity to be with a really good team if you make stupid mistakes on the track. Then we got confirmation around my birthday that Kurt Busch had been cleared to return to racing. Kurt Busch has shown some interest in the past of making a comeback. He will run the Race of Champions in 2025, and down the road, this could lead to him coming back and racing in NASCAR with the 2311 Racing team and organization. Then about 2 weeks ago, we got confirmation that Anthony Alfredo will join Young's Motorsports in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2025, replacing Leland Honeyman and driving the number 42. We also know that Anthony will attempt to qualify for this year's Daytona 500 with Beer Motorsports once again, as he looks to win some races with the Young's Motorsports team in 2025. Then we got confirmation that Cody Ward will be going to Rick Ware Racing full-time in 2025, driving a number 51 car. Billy Purdy will be the crew chief for this team this year, as Cody Ward looks to try to have a solid season, though I'm not really expecting much from Cody Ware as we head into 2025. Then we got confirmation last week that Junior Motorsports will be entering the 2025 Daytona 500 with Justin Allgaier and the number 40 team. As the Travers Whiskey brand and Chris Stapleton will also be a big partner of this car as well. I would expect that they're not going to run any more races in 2025, but down the road they could run if more opportunities present themselves and more potential things come around. Then it got confirmed last week that Josh Bilicki will be joining DGM Racing in 2025 for most races in the number 91 car. It is unknown if he'll make select starts with Joe Gibbs Racing in their All-Star car for 2025, but he'll be back with the DGM Racing team for most of the year in 25. Then it got confirmed that Mark Truex Jr. will be driving for Tricon Garage in this year's Daytona 500 in 2025, driving a number 56 car. We know that Cole Pearn will be the crew chief of this car, and they will have to attempt to qualify and make it in on speed. Truex is also expected to make select starts in Xfinity competition with Joe Gibbs Racing and the Truck Series as well, potentially with a team like Tricon Garage. This week it was confirmed that Austin Green will be returning to Jordan Anderson Racing in 2025 for 15 races. He'll run all the road course races this year, while also running some short tracks and maybe even some super speedways this year, as Austin Green looks to build his portfolio after a decent year in 2024. Then it was confirmed yesterday that Brad Perez will be joining Alpha Prime Racing on a part-time basis in 2025, driving a number 45 car. He'll make 4 starts with the team at the moment, with Coda being his first race of the year, and there's a chance and opportunity he could make more starts with the team as we progress throughout the season. Then it was confirmed yesterday that Cody Dennison will be joining the Raymond Brothers Racing organization for 8 races in 2025, driving the number 2 truck. The controversial figure with the very controversial sponsor on the car. He looks to run really good with Rayum in 2025, though I think he's going to struggle quite a bit. And finally, it was confirmed today that Mason Massey will join Alpha Prime Racing for 11 races in 2025, driving the number 45 car. Mason will probably make more starts as the year progresses and goes on, but he'll get the opportunity to drive for Alpha Prime later this season. So, that's all the confirmed silly season moves that have happened at this point. What still needs to be confirmed? Well, Andres Perez needs to be announced to the number 77 truck for Spire Motorsports this season. There's still some all-star drivers like Kyle Busch that need to be announced. I believe that Corey LaJoie also needs to be confirmed for some starts in the Cup Series, including the Daytona 500 and some TV stuff as well. We also need confirmation on a few of the other rides for the year. We know Kyle Sieg will be with RSS Racing this year. We're still waiting on the 74 car for Spire in the NASCAR Cup Series and the 33 drivers for Richard Schultz Racing. We're also waiting on what the All-Star car for Joe Gibbs Racing is going to look like. Will Martin Truex Jr. make starts in that car? Will Eric Almirola make starts? That is certainly possible, but that's pretty much everything that we know so far for 2025, as we're about a week away from the Cup season technically kicking off. So that is going to be it for every single NASCAR silly season move for 2025. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are your thoughts about every single NASCAR silly season move that happened? Let me know it in the comments below. This will probably be the only every silly season move you're going to see, as we're only about a week away from the start of the season technically. We are going to have a couple of news videos most likely dropping tomorrow on the channel. Over the weekend, we're going to probably do another sponsor silly season video on Saturday before the cars get on track for the Rolex 24. And on Sunday, we're going to have a review for the Rolex 24 as well. What people talk about, like Hailie Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Walls, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Eric Almirola, Chandler Smith, Carson Quaffle, Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed, all those good people, Cletus McFarland, Matt DiBenedetto, and some other big names we'll be talking about throughout the season as well. And Isabel Robusto among those people too. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.